episode 68 of Cinema Curse. Tonight, it's the most Christy-mas time of the year. A Merry Christy-mas to all, and to all, it's Christy-mas again. The Christy-mas season is once more upon us, so we're here to talk about Christy, of course, along with some other Monday night, movie night treasures we've been watching recently. I'm your wicked game master, Connor Lloyd Crews. I need the list up here. And with me today is Bri Robert.
Hey guys, how are you?
Jason Counts.
Hi all.
Scott Heaton.
Hey everyone. Good to see you.
And Luna Nightingale.
Merry holidays, everybody.
I want to thank Marina Sakamoto and her band Shunkin for the use of the song Curse off the EP She Nods for opening. It's been 770 days since the strike ended and the AMPTP still sucks. Today I am manifesting not to start the show on too much of a bummer note, but peace for the family and friends of Mr. Rob Reiner, because what a fucking fucked up thing to happen to what seems like a pretty chill guy. Who has maybe one of the craziest filmographies in certainly modern America. You could spin a wheel and it'd be a completely different night. Misery, When Harry Met Sally, This is Spinal Tap. These are all gonna, throw you.
Also, there is just a question of quality sometimes too.
Yeah, North.
So
it was more recent movies, Flipped or whatever. That one or something. But how's everybody doing besides that horrible news?
Doing good.
Doing good. Getting ready for the holidays. Marty Supreme.
Hell yeah! It's Marty time, baby. I'm pretty excited for that too. Well, let's start with a traditional Christy-mas discussion. I am almost certain I've summed this up either last year or the year before, so we're not going to worry about that. Mostly interested in hearing the takes of Luna, who is their first time seeing it. Jason, this was a couple times you've seen it, and Scott, you've been with us since the beginning, and none of y'all have been on to express your feelings. Before that, I will say I have written up Daniel wanted to join us tonight, but was unable, but he did write me because he had not seen it before, and he joined us for the viewing this year. He wrote, I've had a conflicted relationship with faith for the last 15 plus years, but Christy, Santa's first female reindeer, has restored the very concept of what this time of year is all about. Visiting and conversing with your problematic grandparents, even if all they do is ramble on about a depressed elf named Lilybell, Jack Frost, and history's greatest monster, Tanglefoot. And for that, I'm so grateful. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to all. So,
it's powerful.
But let's Scott, you've seen this several times. How has your relationship with Christy changed over the years?
It goes up and down. The first couple of years, I was just like, that was wild. I do remember one year when we watched it, it was just kind of on in the background when I did my online Christmas shopping. I do know this year I wasn't exactly looking forward to it, but then when I found out how many new people, were seeing it for the first time, that definitely reignited my excitement for it. That being said, this year I did fall asleep for the last 10 minutes.
You fell asleep for the best part.
Yes, which is really actually rather painful because, I was like, I felt like I wanted to earn it. I wanted to, watch the whole movie so I could earn enjoying that ending. And now I have to wait until next Christy-mas.
Yeah.
And earn it once again. So yeah.
It comes by quicker than you think.
Yeah.
Luna, Jason?
Well, I wrote a speech about this particular movie.
Yes, I've heard that it conflicts with maybe part of Daniel's views.
Upon my first watching of Christy, Santa's First Female Reindeer, I heard multiple people on this call right now talk shit about Tanglefoot, the greatest Yeti in the history of cinema. Yes, even better than the Yeti from Monsters, Inc.
Wow.
You see, Tanglefoot is an idiot with a heart of gold. All he wants to do is help. However, these rat bastard elves don't want this help. And instead of making that clear, they just tell him to leave instead of telling him what they actually need him to do. This becomes a consistent problem. Now Tanglefoot is scared and alone in his cave, his only company being Mr. Jack Frost. After a pep talk from the Guardian of the Frost, Tanglefoot gains new hope. He then intercepts a phone call meant for Lilybell from Santa. Once again showing that he does care and indeed has a heart of gold, but is also an idiot who cannot remember full sentences. The entire time, he thinks he is helping, but if it wasn't for the fucking trash elves, he would have succeeded before pushing the sleigh off of a cliff. Then, by the end of the movie, after another pep talk from Frosty the Painter Man, he removes the sleigh from being buried by an avalanche and returns it to the elves and Santa, therefore saving Christmas for all of the animals. You see, Tanglefoot is a dumbass who means well, and despite causing some of the problems, none of what he did would have actually happened if the elves just, told him what to do in the first place and weren't dicks about it. So at the end of the day, all the elves are at fault for being bitches, and Tanglefoot remains the hero of Christmas. Pour one out.
I will say, to defend myself with what I've said on that call, I'm more sort of in the vibe of making fun of what the elves are saying and how they're reacting, and less myself directing that ire at Tanglefoot. Because I kind of, if I had to analyze it myself, I would kind of agree. They're kind of overreacting to Tanglefoot being there. They could probably chill out a little.
They certainly aren't doing a very good direction.
No.
At a certain point, either help the guy out or...
And you said best cinematic Yeti, better than Michi?
Yep, better than better than the Yeti from Monsters Inc., better than the Yeti from Abominable, whatever that DreamWorks movie was called.
Both.
Even better than whatever any B movie with Bigfoot plots, but instead of Bigfoot it's a Yeti.
Abominable is a gay gym porn.
I appreciate that you know this information.
Jason.
Well, yeah, in my third watching of Christy, what I kind of focused in was the role of Jack Frost. To me, he will always be kind of an enigma. He's not like any of the other characters. He doesn't behave like them. He doesn't... I mean, part of it is just that, you can't really see his face very well. He has a ponytail. He has a suit, which he adjusts all the time. You can't hear him. He's mic'd terribly. But it's almost like he's... And really only talks to Santa and to Tanglefoot, which makes him just because he is, I guess, kind of a mystical creature of some sort.
Are you saying what if he is Tanglefoot and Santa's shared delusion?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's just such I just want to know how that character. I mean, I'm sure it was a necessity, and he does end up essentially saving the Christmas for the animals by giving Tanglefoot that pep talk.
It does essentially take all the characters. The elves have the idea, Santa fulfills it, Christy helps, Tanglefoot and Jack Frost sort of do that stuff, and Mrs. Claus dips a bunch of rocks into peanut butter.
She's the only one, you probably could have cut her part, let's be honest. But yeah, just Jack Frost, every time I see it, I wonder how that character got involved, how the actor got involved, who the actor was. I mean, I'm sure you could probably find it on the credits.
He's the son, I think he might be the director.
The director? Okay.
Yeah.
See, that just makes it even more crazy that he would make a movie like that. All right. Well, yeah, that was the main thing for me, and I'm sure next Christy-mas will be something new that I focus on. But yeah, there's so many facets to that movie.
There's always something new. I don't really have anything to say about Christy. What about you, Bri?
I mean, this is the 6th time watching it, which is disturbing as itself, just because it now ranks high up there with some of my all-time favorite films by proxy. I just submit to the altar of Christy at this point and just go along with it.
That's all you can do. Well, speaking of
That's all you can do.
Going along with things, let's go along to one of our first. We're doing a couple of we're talking about a different kind of collection of movies. It's kind of all over the place. First, we're going to talk about The Astrologer. I got this up. It's it's December 18th, Wednesday. Pretty close. It's the 17th Wednesday right now. But I was scanning through the movie. I was like, oh. The Astrologer is a Monday night movie night classic that we revisited about a month ago, that we've watched before. You guys jump in at any point if you have any interjections in any of this. I will, to set it up, there are conflicting reports on whether this movie was ever officially released, likely due to its liberal use of copyrighted music. This is from Wikipedia. The film was lost until the American Genre Film Archive recovered it in a batch of 1,000 pornographic prints. Craig... Craig...
How long do you think they were watching the movie until they realized, I don't think this is one of them?
When do they take their clothes off?
This one's not a porno.
Are they more like this, or is the rest just porn? Let's watch them all to find out.
Yeah, maybe that was the one they saw on top, so they bought the whole stack, and then it was just all porn. But Craig Denny, the director, lead actor, not the writer. His mom was the writer, and allegedly wrote it using tarot and astrology, which probably kind of helps explain some of the ways the movie works. But he's basically kind of an LRH style huckster. L. Ron Hubbard. I forget. Sometimes I forget. Not everybody knows all the weird Scientology lingo. I'm a big Scientologist, so. Craig Denny, he maybe faked his own death to escape from IRS. We're not really sure. There's been allegations. The movie The Astrologer jumps around. It starts as kind of a nightmare alley carnival thing, then kind of middles as a jungle adventure film, and ends as a Citizen Kane ripoff, kind of. You wrote, Scott, and this might have been, so I think this was something we all were just saying when we watched it this time, was a 10 minutes worth of story and 2.5 hours worth of plot.
Yeah.
It's very much so a vanity project, but it's an interesting one because it's also very 70s and kind of paints the character as a lot more like a little more weaselier than I think. I mean, part of that is just he seems very weaselly, the guy, but I don't know, something about the film feels a little more, compared to other vanity projects we've watched where a guy directs himself. He's not showing off quite as much. He still is, for sure, but I got a couple pairs.
You get the sense that he's trying to be an artist.
Yeah, exactly. We meet our hero at a carnival doing psychic stuff. A buddy tells him about, this is a very truncated summary. A buddy tells him about jewels, and we jump cut to our hero in a prison in Africa. This is the kind of thing that will happen many times throughout the film. he goes, there's some scenes of him like hunting. They find some like they're looking for jewels in Africa. He just gets out of prison. I don't think they explain it. And then they like find the jewels they're looking for. It's not like a mine or something. It's like literally loose jewels next to a snake. And then a guy dies trying to like yoink, grab it from the snake. And there's also a guy who wants to fuck some lady that Craig is with, and then she's like, yeah, whatever, and then Craig just fucking kills him while he's in bed, just shows up with a gun and fucking executes him point blank. Then she dies via quicksand and he goes sailing. It is very weird. It's very hard to express how fast this movie pivots from like one thing to another. Later there's some,
honestly, this movie should have been called One Battle After Another.
yeah, really. Yeah, and they should have called One Battle After Another The Astrologer.
Yeah, absolutely. They should.
There's some more jewel business, and there's a horribly disgusting bar where we get close-up shots of like cigarettes in like the bottom of a urinal, which is great. And then when one of the more shocking moments, there's some other lady who's like helping Craig facilitate jewel sales with this black guy, and then suddenly out of nowhere she's racist and kills him, and then it cuts and it cuts and he's sailing again, and in VO he's like, she was sent to prison the next day. And then there's like 5 minutes of him
just in case
sailing.
you guys were wondering.
Yeah. Now on to this next thing.
Yeah.
That's right. I was just like looking over my Letterboxd review because I don't totally remember this movie because it's easy to just kind of like fall out. But I wrote like more than half of it is narration, and that's right. Like they narrate so much in this movie.
Craig heads back to America and starts being psychic, I think, for the government, and he like starts a show. A TV show, and becomes famous. We waste some time watching a movie he made called The Astrologer, like his character, clearly with just like extra scenes from the movie to extend the runtime. His buddy from earlier shows back up and has painted gray hair. He looks like one of the actors from like Whitest Kids You Know, trying to be an old person. Craig saves his ex-wife from being a woman of the night, and she has the words "God is dead, hell is earth, and shit on life" written on her mirror in her shitty little motel room, I think in lipstick probably. And then, there's a scene where they're sitting with paintings outside, and there's like a dinner scene that's crazy and set to music, and that's kind of the end. Everything just falls apart for him. There's not really a lot of like scenes where things happen. It's more like we hear about things happening. There's a King Lear
It's
quote.
not one of those movies.
Yeah. And it's like there's this one moment also where there's like a bunch of newspapers, and one newspaper's like, Craig's mom is sick. The next one's like, Craig's mom looking better. And the next one's like, Craig's mom is dead. And then that's the end of the movie. And this is one of those ones we when it comes to some of these movies, we kind of watch two types. There's like ones we watch that I think would not be fun alone. But I feel like The Astrologer is so crazy that even if you watched it alone, it's probably better enjoyed with a group. But even watching it alone, you would be like, what the fuck? Like it would probably like kind of kill still. Because it's just so strange. And it's like, it helps that it's like produced relatively well too.
Yeah.
It's not like difficult
Much better than
to watch in any sort of way. In that sense, and it's like 75 minutes, which is another huge bonus. Any opinions on The Astrologer? Craig Denny's The Astrologer?
Just, it's earned its legendary status in Monday Night Movie Nights. Like, I do hope we return to it again.
Yeah, it's a good one. That's a good Paul. That's one of the. That's what I think. That's Paul. That was Paul's. That and Fatal Deviation, I think, are his two greatest contributions, which are great. Which those are great contributions. I'm not. That's not me being sarcastic at all. Well, it looks like. Whoa, real quick. It's time for the Running Man report. I got a little picture of Stephen King with his corgi Molly behind me. Looks a lot like my little guy. The Running. We're gonna talk really quickly about both versions of the Running Man. I hadn't seen either until a month ago, and then I've seen both. I really want to read the book. They are. It's hard to I don't want to necessarily summarize the movie. Basically, both movies are about a dystopian future where, in order to earn, a guy's been pushed into a corner, so he has to go on this game show called The Running Man, which is a sort of deadly game show where you're probably going to die, but could probably also, if you survive, completely change your life. The sort of difference is the 80s one is an Arnold Schwarzenegger film, and it's sort of built around him, and it's very of the time American Gladiators wrestling kind of styled in certain ways, and the game is very simplified and sort of smushed down into one night, whereas the new one, directed by Edgar Wright, is, as far as I am aware, closer to the book. It's 30 days. It's all around the country. Everyone's trying to hunt him in the entire country, and he gets more and more money as it goes. I liked both versions. Just watching them, I like the new one a bit better, though I think it could have learned. There's some streamlined stuff in the 80s film, mainly I think introducing the Amelia Jones character, who's kind of changed and brought towards the beginning of the movie in the 80s version, probably could have helped with the newer one. But if I had to guess, I'll probably end up liking the book the most, because I feel like neither adaptation fully lands the plane, no pun intended.
Well, I think the original story is a short story.
It's a book.
Yeah.
Collection.
No, it is a book.
Oh, is it a full book?
Yeah, it's a short book, but it's a it's a Richard Bachman book. It was a paperback original. And so but if you get the mass market paperback is still 400 pages. It's not that short.
No.
So
Stephen King. Yeah, it's kind of short for him.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's a short story. His version.
I'm sure in a fuller paperback, it was probably more 200 something pages, more. But yeah, what everybody else think?
I've seen the original a few times as a kid. I was a real big fan of it. And then my roommates and I watched it again before the new one came out. It was fun to watch it again. It holds up.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun. Arnold's really good in it. I remember thinking oh man, Paul Verhoeven would have killed with this material.
Yeah.
Because when you watch Total Recall, I always think man, it's too bad those guys didn't make more movies together. And Running Man would have been a perfect one for the two of them to make together.
He was too busy making RoboCop that year.
Yeah, I was saying RoboCop came out that year, so I guess it's we got the better deal.
Yeah.
Richard Dawson is so good in that first one.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah, Richard Dawson is amazing. He had no acting background when he did that movie, I don't think either. Just from the Family Feud.
Yeah.
I was gonna point my favorite. He's great. My favorite part of the original is Dynamo, who's great, opera singing Dynamo. It's funny. My favorite parts of both movies are characters that aren't really in the other movie. So Dynamo, and then Elton, played by Michael Cera, is great in The Running Man, and then also technically the character that who is he in the first one? Robert Shaw, was it? No, it's not Robert Shaw. Who the fuck were you talking about just a second ago?
Richard Dawson.
Richard Dawson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Richard Dawson. He's a combo character, and in the new movie the characters split back, and so the character with his name is Josh Brolin, who's like the producer behind the scenes, and then the host is Coleman Domingo as Bobby T, and that's my favorite part of probably either movie is Coleman Domingo as Bobby T. Should honestly be like nominated for an Oscar. He's so fucking he's so good in the movie. But yeah.
Really spoiler, but when one of the hunters dies, and then they cut back to Coleman when he's doing that scene, I cackled. He kills it. And apparently there was like a live audience for a lot of those scenes, and Edgar Wright was talking about how like it was fun directing them because he got to just watch Coleman Domingo just like work that crowd, and like that's a guy who clearly knows how to like work an audience. So yeah, he's great in it. Anytime
he would do one of those like tone pivots was so funny. But yeah, anybody else?
I know some people didn't care for the new one. They felt it was like lesser Edgar Wright, and I kind of see that, but I felt a lot of him in there. I really like the gag when Glenn Powell's going down the roof and he gets stuck on the Y, and he's like, "Why?"
Yeah. There's a handful.
The car chase scene was fun.
Yeah, there's a handful of very Edgar Wright moments where you can really tell, or like the one when he first has that disguise, and we have that close up with the image behind him that turns when he turns, basically.
Yeah.
Luna.
I definitely think both of these movies were incredibly fun in kind of their own way. I do have some negative criticisms, although most of it is just from like mostly from a Stephen King standpoint, because I feel like some of these characters aren't as well written as some of the others. In particular, the wife in the new one, she's kind of mostly just there to be Glenn Powell's wife and not really much else. The dialogue in the new one isn't necessarily as consistent either, which I think is a bigger issue with the way Stephen King writes characters, because I've noticed that in a lot of Stephen King properties, the dialogue's not necessarily as strong as it could be. And the best moments in both of these movies are like in that middle chunk. Too. Like, the Dynamo's awesome. The whole game show stuff is like very, very fun to watch. And then it's just the beginning and the end that's kind of just like, I mean, I guess this is happening.
No, it definitely, the new one especially like shines in its second act, and its first and third act are kind of the big like.
I will say for the new one, I did not care for the epilogue. Like I genuinely wonder if they had to do reshoots or something.
It's very. There's like 3 endings and none of them really work. Like I don't know. It's. But to be fair, knowing the ending in the original book, which I will say, I don't think is a spoiler. I mean, the book's been out for fucking longer than I've maybe all of us have been alive, at least for the most part. Sorry to put you on blast, Jason. But in the original book, it ends with him just like flying a plane into the building where the Josh Brolin Dawson character is, and just everyone blowing up and dying, and that's it. That's it then. And so I would say both endings are an improvement on that in both films. But yeah, any other opinions on that one? we've been watching Welcome to Derry, the It show, and there is a Derry reference in the new one. Michael Cera's character lives in Derry, Maine, when he goes there, and so I think the new Derry show is going to jump around in time to different cycles. So this first season, I think they're just going to keep going backwards. It sounds like the plan. But if they ever wanted to do more, I think it would be cool. You should do a future season that's set it also kind of in Edgar Wright's The Running Man.
I really just want a spin-off of that one character in The Shining.
Yeah, that'd be cool too. Dick Halloran. He's a pretty major character in the Welcome to Derry, the first season, which is actually apparently originated from the book, which I didn't realize. Apparently he is mentioned being involved with the hotspot stuff, which is kind of the main inspiration for this first season of Welcome to Derry. But we're completely off. We're kind of on topic. We're talking about this man.
Yeah.
But yeah. Look at that Freya. A good cat cameo. Any other Running Man thoughts? Running?
Go see it.
Excuse me.
Actually, it's out of theaters now, so.
Well, you can run to your computer and go see it.
There you go.
Yep.
Well, time to move on to our shortest discussion of the night. The Reconciler, pictured behind me. This scene right here is not, in fact, from a gay porno. It is from the feature film The Reconciler. Would somebody like to? This is the only one I'm going to ask this episode. Give a summary of the movie The Reconciler. Anybody? It's like class.
I didn't actually see it, unfortunately.
The only thing I have to note is that this movie is more homoerotic than Morbius.
It does.
Now I wish I saw it.
It does every time it cuts to these characters, especially when they're on the mountain. People, a lot of the Letterboxd reviews are saying this. I'm not the only one. Everyone's saying it. They look like a gay porn couple. It looks like a daddy, like
a bear and a twink.
Yeah, play sort of thing. But I would say overall, the movies, it's like Christian Saw. It's basically it's Saw, but somebody's doing it for Christ, and instead of traps, they just put them in a room, and it's like two people they put in a room, and they have to learn to get along. That's literally, and it's pretty boring. I will say, Bri, I decided these were going to be the movies we watched and we talked about on this show before we watched either of these. And this was your pick, and the next movie was my pick. And I got to say, it's not a competition, but if it was, I definitely would have won. And I think you would admit that, to be fair, too.
Oh, I mean, I admitted that night. I mean, I said, I think at the credits that I apologized. I mean, I knew how bad it was. There was no denying. But I will say that my friend Liz commented on my Letterboxd review and saying, watch Last Breath, which is 2010, next, because, yes, there's more than one Christian Saw ripoff movie.
Oh, boy.
So right. maybe we can...
All right, we'll see you next year, Last Breath.
Next Christmas.
But I do apologize. Well, that is my mistake, and I own it.
I just hope there's some like suspense maybe in that one, or some sort of
little bit of gore would be cool.
Yeah, or like some consequences even. I mean, there was no sense of urgency.
All these fucking Christians like Passion of the Christ, that movie's gory as hell.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
we got Passion, but not necessarily of the Christ.
Yeah. The reveals at the end are kind of fun. If people want to watch the movie, skip it. But basically, you find out that the reconciler, the guy setting all this stuff, is none other than the big J man himself, Jesus Christ. But that's kind of the only like really fun part, I would say. It's pretty even we watched that Kirk Cameron movie a couple years ago, and this feels more preachy than that one, honestly.
I was going to say, I believe that's exactly what your Letterboxd review said, where that it was like one of the preachiest movies you guys had ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just littered in like conservative buzzwords kind of thing the entire time, where it just felt very preachy in a technical way.
Like
That-
the Kirk
that there's-
Cameron Christmas movie is at least like insane because like every argument he makes in that movie is like an insane person. But this one, it was more like standard, like down the middle Christian kind of stuff.
It was just dull. The dialogue was dull. I can pay attention to it, you know. I still don't know what half of the conflicts were between the people. I mean, the twins, I understood. And that was the main one, I guess. But I mean, what were the cops arguing about in the car? I don't
know. I think maybe one of them was taking money. I don't know. I don't even remember.
Oh no, you can't do that.
You can't do that. But that's the Reconciler. And so it's time to move on to the star of the show. And I have some notes written here. Speaking of the star of the show, here's this lady behind me.
Favorite scene in the whole movie.
We watched a Karate Christmas Miracle, which I got from Red Letter Media. They watched it last year, and I sort of saved up. I not saved up. I like saved it in the background. Like we're watching this next year, and I like it could have sucked. Sometimes you roll the dice, but man, oh man, it was fucking, what a weird fucking movie. I thought the Astrologer was going to be kind of the highlight of this episode, and to be fair, the Astrologer might be. To be fair, I think that's going to hold up more over viewings and stuff, but this one's pretty up there. It starts like a normal Christmas movie, in my notes, about a kid earning a black belt before Christmas to honor his dead dad, but apparently they also had footage from a movie about a mass shooting, and that's how his dad died. The star of the film is this lady behind me. An insane woman who thinks saying critters is anti-woke. The main kid walks in on a horrible law class she's teaching, and we get a fade out that made Jason think his computer was dying. And we meet the other main star of the film around here, which is a couple of printed out pieces of paper that are supposed to be newspaper, but are clearly not. We find out this lady is a former psychic who wanted to work with kids, so she decided to teach law, which just very strange. The mom confronts her to help with the boy's trauma. The dad might have karate'd his way out of getting killed, ?
He might have.
The psychic is having visions. The movie, the old movie that it's being cut from is clearly an exploitation film based on the Aurora shooting from The Dark Knight Rises. And they're supposed to be clowns and stuff. And in this scene, when she talks to the psychic's like, "That's why I'm sensing clowns," which is a great line. And when the mom explains, "My son thinks that if he gets his black belt by Christmas, it'll bring his father back," and she's like, "Well, it might." Eric Roberts shows up via Skype to prattle about the mass shooting motivations. I guess the dad was there was a constitutional gun trial happening at the theater, so they weren't even watching a movie. And the dad didn't die. He went missing, which you usually don't do in a mass shooting, especially like in America and like a first world country. It sounds like he just took the opportunity to leave.
No one's paying attention to me right now. I can easily freak out.
There's a lot of kind of insane marketing stuff. I remember there's like one scene where it cuts into the mom and she's on the phone going, "Gravy speaks Christmas," and we were like, "What?" And then the husband's name is Bob, and then she got a phone call and we all started laughing because we were like, "Oh, it's Bob from Twin Peaks." And then this lady tells a story about the Grinch, and then has a vision of a knife. That I think we later find out that Bob used to teach a woman's self-defense class, which I also don't understand.
One, grab your knife.
Was he threatening them with it? Another insane scene. What was that? Oh, there's another insane scene in a soup kitchen. It's not really a soup kitchen, but the mom is looking for a guy named Jay, and she walks up to the guy who looks like he's working there. Is like, "Hey, are you Jay?" And he gets really upset, and he's like, "Why are you calling me Jay? J's the letter of the alphabet. Do I look like a letter of the alphabet?" And then eventually he's like, "Oh, I'm just kidding. Jay's over there."
Yeah. Also, he's not Jay.
Yeah.
Jay shows up and then leaves.
Yeah. Jay shows up and says, "Hi, I'm Jay," and then says like one other line of dialogue and then leaves. The much hullabalooed Jay finally arrives. We get a karate belt montage. We find out the main lady who died in the clown shooting was called Aurora Palace, which is I don't know what to say about that. The kid says he isn't talking anymore and then immediately starts doing sit-ups in bed. My notes start becoming truly incoherent around here. The mom's got the big applesauce account, which the psychic fucks up while the mom is trying to dump her, because the psychic takes her to a gazebo that I guess Bob built. And then there's like Russian security cam footage of the ladies getting in their car. Also, the psychic thinks Jack from the Beanstalk is creepy. We get some intense karate action from the kid, which you can check out the opening for, or the GIF I made of it. The kid, when nonverbal throughout the movie, is very funny. We get the line, "Applesauce is the new Jell-O." The mom paints the birdhouse and for some reason brings it to her boss, and the boss is like, this birdhouse sucks. We find out the psychic law teacher is teaching people law via Skype, people on Sentinel Island. Which, if people don't know what who here knows what Sentinel Island is? It's a let me see how Wikipedia describes this. It is a protected area of India. It is home to the Sentinelese, an indigenous tribe in voluntary isolation who have defended, often with force, their protected isolation from the outside world. Basically, if you try to go to this island, like, people start throwing like fucking spears at you, essentially, and you're just gonna get like your ass kicked. Not ass kicked.
Well, that's why she's doing it via Skype.
Why do they need to know law? American law? Like, what is she teaching them? She has to go drink. The psychic embarrasses herself and admits she might be a fraud. Anyways, on Christmas, the kid breaks the board and the dad immediately walks in the back door. Like, no. This truly was a karate Christmas miracle. No. I think if they ever made, I said this on accident earlier when I was thinking about this, but if they ever made a sequel, I think A Very Karate Christmas Miracle would be a good name.
They better make one.
And it's dedicated to our creator. And it feels like exactly what it is, a mass shooting movie about Christmas, which is an insane idea, made by insane people, probably for insane people. I have a quote from Luna as my last note that you said immediately after, which is, "I laughed and cried, and this is the worst movie I've ever seen."
It's very true. I had a massive revelation during this movie, caused in no small part by marijuana. And and I missed like a good chunk of this movie, but yeah, no, I did laugh, I did cry, and it is the worst movie I've ever seen. Second only to Eli Roth's Knock Knock.
It's easy to call a film Lynchian when it's weird.
Yeah.
This one generally had, when they would go to that other movie, it did feel Lynchian because, like, most of the movie is shot like a Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
It's very bright. And this other exploitative film clearly was not. And so,
It's shot like the scenes in the theater at Inland Empire is what it's shot like.
Yeah. No,
And
that's honestly the vibes I was getting whenever we'd go to that was like, oh man, we're back in Empire. It was amazing.
and this lady was kind of terrible in it. I mean, she was great in the movie, but she was also terrible. But she seems like someone who, if she had been in like a Lynch project, would have killed it.
I have some news on that front, by the way, if I could. Okay, so nobody has checked out the IMDb page for this movie.
Nope.
Okay.
Well, I know maybe a little bit about one of the writers, but yeah.
Okay. So apparently this is in the trivia section. So take it with a grain of salt or whatever. But it did mention that this is a story told by a guy who interviewed Lynch several times and wrote articles about him. So, and he was told by another colleague who worked with Lynch that David Lynch, when he was researching casting his projects, he would ask to see that person's most recent movie or most recent thing. And apparently, one of the people that he was thinking about casting was part of a Karate Christmas Miracle. Okay, so he screened this movie, and he became angry at the end of it. And the person he was considering did not get the part.
Oh no!
Oh,
now. For me, it's like, who was he considering, Eric Roberts would be the obvious choice, maybe. Martin Kove is my pick, though. The karate instructor from Karate, the Karate Kid. I thought maybe just, but yeah, it's just.
Yeah, I feel like Eric Roberts, Lynch really needed to have watched. Like, he's been in a billion movies.
Yeah,
like, I feel like he
exactly. But I mean, I think it's just to see what his the actor's most recent stuff is, to see if that's something think is going to be to fit in.
So wait, Lynch got angry at the end?
Yes.
Before that, though, he was loving it.
Yeah, it was just the ending he was bad at.
Where did the dad come from?
It's a good one.
No, actually, what he said was,
"What the hell?"
But yeah, A Karate Christmas Miracle. It's on YouTube. Watch it with your family this Christmas. It really is a hard movie to convey. Maybe have a drink or two when you watch it. It really might help a little. But any final thoughts on our Karate Christmas Miracle or any of our batch of films?
Obviously Christy is our Christmas movie, but like I hope we get more Karate Christmas Miracle.
We might. It's short. Yeah, maybe Christy-mas becomes a double feature from now on.
Do that. I think those are one done.
It would fry someone's brain.
Yeah, I would go like a 2-week thing or something.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, I think it's time to move on to Connor's Wicked Games, sponsored by Chris Isaac. Every week, like Jigsaw, I like to play a little game, and this week, as has been the case the last 2 years, we've got the second return of the Splendiferous Cinema Curse Advent Calendar. People on the call can now go to the shared screen at home. It just looks like 25 boxes for people watching. For you here, it looks like a open GIMP Photoshop project, because that is exactly what it is. Before you lies 25 doors. Unlike a normal Advent calendar, you can choose in any order. You will go one at a time, choose a door, behind which is a picture that I will ask you to describe, and a clue that I will read. They're kind of like crossword clues, or like half riddles, that indicates one of the many films featured on CC this year. And then I have an asterisk and a dagger mark on that one. I'll get back to those in a second. A correct answer is worth 2 points. Incorrect answers, the door stays open, and the question goes up in worth by 1. You can pick already opened doors, including ones that you failed on previously, once it comes back to you. And that's all the rules. I simplified the rules this year. The asterisk for that 40 movies it's actually 39 movies and Twin Peaks: The Return. And then the dagger is that I just sent everybody in the text chat of here as well a list of the 40 movies, which I will read succinctly for those at home real quick. They're gonna do this in one breath. These are what I would consider the featured films from this year: Juror Number 2, September 5, Megalopolis, Nosferatu, Baby Girl, A Complete Unknown, Twin Peaks: The Return, Kraven the Hunter, Mickey 17, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, Megan 2.0, 28 Years Later, Bring Her Back, Superman, Fantastic Four: First Steps, Eraserhead, Color of Night, The Adventures of Ford Fairlane, Weapons, Him, The Long Walk, Tron Ares, Spooky, Shakma, Money Plane, One Battle After Another, Frankenstein, Begonia, The Smashing Machine, Die My Love, A House of Dynamite, Five Legs I'd Kick You, The Mastermind, After the Hunt, Dr. No, From Russia with Love, Christy, The Astrologer, The Reconciler, and A Karate Christmas Miracle. And again, I've provided the list. We're gonna start with Scott. It's your call. Which door do we want to open?
Let's start with 6.
Start with 6. Let's see what's behind door number 6. We've got. Let's see. I'm gonna zoom in a little on that one. You can kind of see it a little better. Can you describe what that is?
I'm sorry, I actually can't see it.
Okay, you can't see it.
I see it coming up. Oh wait, I see it a little bit. It's like little candy, Christmas candy.
It's there. Yes, sort of. It's not exactly candy, but it's a Christmas thing. I don't want to say what it is because it might give away part of it. Can anybody else see this more clearly and wants to describe what the picture is?
I see a Christmas tree and a present and a Frosty, and a Santa hat.
All right.
Just many
like 3D,
Christmas
tiny
things.
little ones.
Yes.
Yeah. The
Christmas memorabilia.
The clue is this is going to be hard because I think. Let me see. Anybody else got any other descriptors they want to use for this picture? Because the picture's the bigger clue. The verbal clue is the movie contains an awkward Christmas dinner. Not literally Christmas dinner, but an awkward dinner. It's Christmas themed.
And those gifts, is that?
What these actually are is the biggest hint. And it didn't, I guess, come through as well.
Oh, okay. So I'm supposed to guess the movie then?
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess. Begonia?
What was that?
Begonia?
One more time.
Begonia.
This is not Begonia. So this one's gonna stay open. And
See, I thought it was a pill. I thought maybe there were pills, but okay.
Bri, which door would you like to open?
Let's open number 9.
Number 9. We got a man standing on a snowy tundra. The clue to this one is the one movie in recent memory that didn't make this guy a Christ figure.
That would be Tron Ares.
That's a really good guess, but is unfortunately incorrect. Luna, low guesses so far. No one's gotten one of the really easy ones, I think.
I'm gonna go with My Birthday, 21.
21. What's behind door number 21? We've got... Somebody want to describe this?
A bunch of Santas and like an elf.
And the clue is she sees you when you're sleeping.
Is this Megan 2.0?
Another very good guess, but another incorrect one. Damn. Jason, are you going to be the first one to get points?
Let's see. Let's try today's date, the 17th.
All right. 17. Okay, I don't know how to describe this picture. Do you want to attempt?
I think I recognize one of the actors. Is that the guy from Robert Pattinson? Isn't that Robert Pattinson in a Christmas outfit?
The clue I'm giving is this one is an Easter film, actually.
An Easter film. All right. I don't know that one. I'll have to guess something I haven't seen, I guess. Because I don't see anything in here. Let's do Megalopolis. I don't know.
This is not Megalopolis. We are back around to Scott.
Okay, so if I think I know one of them, I can like
Yes.
guess that number again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
9.
9, yes.
Superman.
9 is, in fact, Superman, the one movie in recent memory that didn't make this guy a Christ figure. So that is... do I do... I figure out how to cross them out. Nope. Well, I can do that. Wait, what? Yeah. That's 3 points to Scott, because it was previously guessed incorrectly. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Bri, back to you.
I want to see what's behind door number 7.
7. We've got... Whoop. If you'd like to describe that.
Looks like a Santa in a puzzle. A jigsaw puzzle.
And the clue is, film most likely to lecture you about the true meaning of Christmas. What do you think, Bri?
I want to say the true meaning of Christmas.
Yeah.
I watched some bullshit, so I'm trying to figure out what true meaning of Christmas could be. I'll say Christy, but
That is incorrect. Luna?
I feel like I know 2 of these, but I can only get 1. I'll go with 17 and say that's Die, My Love.
That is unfortunately not Die, My Love.
Damn, I saw Robert Pattinson and my brain was just like, it has to.
It's a good, and honestly, the Easter film actually is not a bad clue for that one too. Jason?
I might take a stab at one too, one that's already done. Just to make sure, though, the clue for 21 is she sees you when you're sleeping.
Yes, correct.
Is number 21 weapons?
That is, in fact, weapons. That's some kids running there in that picture.
Well, it was kind of because you have the Santa Clauses that look like they're adults.
Yes, there are adults, but it's a mix.
Yeah, but yeah. Okay.
Can't be too obvious, you know. Back to you, Scott.
I'm gonna give 7 a try.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the Reconciler?
That was, in fact, the Reconciler.
That was the other one I was going to guess. Good job.
Hell yeah. Bri, back to you.
Well, let's keep opening doors and go to 19.
19. Let's see what we got behind door number 19. Oh, that's what I meant to do. Oh, the Christmas Club. It's a very short clue. One crazy night. You are muted.
I'm just muttering one crazy night.
And the Christmas Club with these two fine-looking people.
Yeah, well, my brain's not. I feel like I'm gonna know it as soon as I hear it. I'm gonna be irritated. But what did we watch recently? It looks really familiar.
Any guesses?
No, I just whatever.
All right. Which one was that one? 19. Luna.
I'm gonna open door number 13.
Door number 13. We've got a Christmas tree made of skulls.
Frankenstein.
I will read the clue. And then you can, if you want to submit that answer, you can. The story of how the star on top got there.
Yeah, no, Frankenstein.
Incorrect.
Damn it.
Jason.
Let's go back and open a new door. Let's see what's behind door number 1.
Ooh, door number 1. Let's see. We've got a Christmas train. And from the North Pole with presents.
Just because there was so much Christmas paraphernalia in it, let's try Karate Christmas Miracle.
It is not a Karate Christmas Miracle. All of the clues are sort of have a general Christmas theme. So, Scott?
Let me guess 19.
Cool. 19. Yes. What's your guess?
One battle after another.
That is, in fact, One Battle After Another, which features the Christmas Adventurers Club.
I'll tell you, the two people on that poster look like they could be part of the Christmas Adventurers Club.
I agree. It'll help. One of them was Juliet from Lost. Bri, who's now slumming it in those types of movies. But
let's open up number 3. Number 3.
Number 3. We've got a very old-fashioned looking Santa Claus. It says, "Assembly required for this, Jesus."
Frankenstein.
2 points to Bri. That is indeed Frankenstein. You're off, Luna. That one was the Frankenstein one.
Yeah.
Well, Luna?
All right. I'll go 25.
25. Let's see what's at the tail end. It's a group of Christmas trees. This one, the clue here is how the ultimate embodiment of evil stole a body for 25 years.
Is that Twin Peaks: The Return?
That is indeed Twin Peaks: The Return, a group of beautiful Douglas firs.
I had that one right away too. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Jason?
Let's try door number 5.
Door number 5. Let's see. Behind door number 5. It is a silhouette of Mr. Santa Claus. And the clue is not the Santa you want visiting you in the night, though he does need permission to enter.
That would be Nosferatu, I believe.
That is indeed both the film Nosferatu and a good description of the man.
Mm.
I do not want him, but at least he is nice enough. You have to kind of let him. he's not he's chill that way. Let's see. Wait, 1 second. Yeah. Scott.
Okay, I'm gonna go 16.
16. We're choosing all the reds.
Oh, there's
well, not this one.
I was 16 green.
Yeah, well, I was thinking about the whole picture.
For real, this looks like if it's red and green, that's just it's one color.
It's red and green.
Hell yeah.
And we got a little alien guy with a little pack with a Santa hat on and some Christmas presents, sack and on some Christmas presents. Anyways, the clue is kidnap the Mrs. Claus.
Oh, well, I'm gonna guess that one is Begonia.
That is indeed bug on ya. As you got a bug on ya. That's what Fafner calls it. Bri.
Let's see what's behind door number 23.
23. We've got. I would like somebody else to describe what we're seeing here.
A Jewish family lighting the menorah.
Mm-hmm. The written clue here is the riches of the Santa Clausian mind.
Megan 2.0.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. Luna?
I want to take a stab at number 1 and say that is Christy.
That is unfortunately not Christy. Jason?
How about door number 2?
See what's behind door number 2. We've got a beautiful night sky filled with stars. And the clue is, I'm surprised this guy didn't make himself more of a Jesus figure.
Let's see. Not sure on that one. How about the mastermind?
That is not the mastermind.
Oh, okay.
Scott?
I'm gonna go to 23.
What was that?
23.
Yeah.
Is that Megalopolis?
That is indeed Megalopolis. That's a picture from the Even Stevens. That was Shia LaBeouf in the foreground there. That was the Even Stevens Hanukkah special. Because they made that family Jewish. Bri?
22.
22. Let's see what we got behind door. Number 22. Ooh, hell yeah. This is a Santa Claus. This is a pool day Santa Claus enjoying a nice dip in the pool. And the clue for this one is also an Easter film, actually.
Is this...
I'm just gonna guess Baby Girl.
That is not Baby Girl. That's a good guess, though. Luna?
I would like to go with number 11.
Number 11. We've got a rhinoceros wearing a Santa hat. And then my clue, this is one of my worst clues. I'm remembering this one now. Not worse in terms of like hard, but I'm not happy with it. This guy would have brought baby Jesus like a tiger wool blanket or some shit.
Craven the Hunter?
That is indeed Craven the Hunter. The beautiful Craven the Hunter. We love Craven the Hunter, don't we, folks? Sorry.
No.
The fucked up part is that's like such a reality thing that we could be hearing at any point now. So
we've got to get Sony Studios to produce Craven the Hunter 2, where Chris Tucker's going to be in it. Brett Ratner's directing.
Oh, gee.
Wait, hold on a second. Sorry, I was just adjusting some stuff while I vamped. Oop. There we go. Yep. And that one was number 11. All right, Jason.
All right, I'm kicking myself. I think I know what number 2 is.
Yes.
Is it The Astrologer?
It is indeed The Astrologer.
Okay. Yeah, I should have known by the more of a Messiah figure.
Yeah. Because it is surprising. He could have made himself way more of a Jesus figure, and he doesn't. He's just more of like an asshole.
Yeah.
Scott?
24.
24. What's behind door number 24? Whoa! That's the whole thing. Oh, we've got it's a picture of Max von Sydow as Death from Ingmar Bergman's That One movie. And the clue is the age-old debate. Is this film a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie? And then in parentheses, no one is claiming the latter.
A Karate Christmas Miracle?
This is not a Karate Christmas Miracle. Bri?
let's see what's behind door number 15.
Well, that is the last of the Reds. All the remaining doors up now are it was like a checkerboard, Bri.
Oh, I've just been guessing numbers randomly. So can I do number 10 then, or?
Well, no. You don't know. I meant like in terms of the green and red. You've chosen the last red door. I'm okay with that. Oh,
Shock mode right there.
yeah, yeah.
So
Puts
you
the
need
puts
a
the
clue.
claws in Santa Claus. Look at that cute guy.
That's perfect right there. Can't miss a shock mode.
Yeah, that's a shock one if I've ever seen one.
Yep, that shock mine.
Let's see. Luna.
We'll go with door number 8.
Behind door number 8, we've got looks like a picture of kind of a Rastafarian Santa. And the clue for that one is just simply Mr. Claus.
This may be something I have not seen, so I'm gonna say From Russia with Love.
Unfortunately, no. Good guess though, Jason.
Let's do door number 14.
14. What's behind 14? It is could somebody else describe this one?
It's Santa Claus with glasses, big forehead.
But is that Paul Giamatti from?
It looks like him.
As
Maybe.
Santa.
I'm not saying. That's why I asked somebody else to describe it. The clue is, where can you bet on an elf fucking a reindeer?
Okay, well I think we know.
Oh yeah, it's money playing.
Yeah, that's old Kelsey Grammer there. It's Santa Claus.
Okay, yeah, it is Kelsey.
That's why I can't. Some of these I can't. It'd be a little too. Scott.
Number 8, Dr. No.
Number 8, Dr. No. That is correct.
That was the other one.
It was the other one. You were very close though. Bri.
Let's see what's behind door number 18.
18. You can tell though, Bri, which ones have been open and which ones haven't been, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's shades more than anything else. That's why like the green and reds like this are just its own little world.
But it's not, that was just a color, like a fun thing. Oh, here's a good one. If you could describe this image for me.
The weirdest building ever. And then, but that somehow during this time of year has the most Christmas lights in all of Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
And the clue here is this Santa will land the sleigh on your roof for real. You'll be actively mad at yourself if you don't get this one.
Oh no. No, I'm already
Look at the list.
Bring her back.
No, it is not Bring Her Back. Luna?
Oh, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
I'll give you the initial. I'll give you the initial 2 points. Because we were really close still.
Yeah, I was literally about to choose that one and guess that exact movie.
Well,
so.
you know what? I'm gonna split the points between the two of you because of the way it works.
Down to the wire like Tom Cruise, like Ethan Hunt.
I'm gonna give Bri a slight advantage though. Which one is this one? Oh. What the hell? What am I looking at? Oh, that's 18. Sorry, it's gonna do a little. I'm kind of doing this whole thing by myself. Luna.
I'll go with number 10.
10. You're almost opened every door. Behind number 10. I will describe this image. It is a screenshot from the movie Miracle on Whatever Street, the classic Christmas tale. It is the image of all the people dumping all the millions of Christmas letters in the courtroom on the judge's desk. And the clue for this one is The Story of Minor James. This is actually one of my better clues, I think. Again, not in terms of easiness, but in terms of I'm happy with it.
Is it Spookies?
It is not Spookies. Jason.
Let's do 20. Or
Yeah,
20.
we only got 3 left unopened. It's crazy. 20. We've got a sort of digital 16 or 8-bit rendering of a Christmas hearth. And the clue for this one is features a real beard Santa.
Beard Santa. Adventures of Ford Fairlane.
Good guess, but incorrect. Scott?
Can I hear the hint again for 17?
It was, this one's an Easter film, actually.
Mickey 17.
That is, in fact, Mickey 17. I didn't even realize I had put it at 17, to be honest, until now. I should have done that on purpose. So,
You should have claimed you did it on purpose.
yeah, I should have also. Yeah, but you know, what are you gonna do? Bri?
Is 20 Christy?
20 is not Christy. Luna?
Is 24 Eraserhead?
24 is not Eraserhead. Jason?
Let's try number 4.
Let's try number 4. This is a screen cap from the movie Die Hard. The guy, I have a machine gun, ho ho ho. And the clue is the color is silent.
What is what am I on Jeopardy? What the hell? That would be Color of Night.
That is indeed the Bruce Willis vehicle, Color of Night. Scott. Well,
Let's open 12.
all right, final door. Behind the final door. This one I would like somebody else to describe.
Eyes Wide Shut, I think.
And
did I?
no,
Hope I didn't ruin it.
No, I would never use like a frame from the actual film.
Okay.
This one is I Saw Mommy Kissing Her Employee.
Well, that would be Baby Girl.
That is indeed the feature film Baby Girl. All right, we've opened all of them.
Eyes Wide Shut star Nicole Kidman.
Yep. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. Sorry, I keep getting a little lost. There's a lot of shit going on here. Whoa. All right. We'll let's go a round or two and see if anyone has any guesses on these remaining ones. Bri, is there any you would like to try?
Could you give us the hints for them again?
You can ask.
Yeah,
do
maybe.
you want me to give the hints for the remaining ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just give hints and then like everybody have a guess. How about that?
Yeah, that sounds good. Well, we'll keep going until like everyone's just like completely whiffed, essentially.
Okay.
The first one, which is the image of the the toy Christmas train, is from the North Pole with presents. Number 6 below it, which is of the the objects themed around Christmas. I don't want to say what they are. The clue for that one is contains an awkward Christmas dinner. Number 10, the screenshot from Miracle on 34th Street in the courtroom. is the story of Minor James. 13, the skull Christmas tree is the story of how the star on top got there. Number 20, the sort of 8-bit, 16-bit rendering of a hearth features a real beard Santa. The Santa chilling by the pool this one is also an Easter film, actually. And lastly, the picture of Max von Sydow from The Seventh Seal is the age-old debate. Is this film a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie? No one is claiming the latter. Bri.
I will take number 20, and it's Tron Ares with Jeff Bridges as the bearded Santa.
That is indeed Tron Ares. He is indeed a real beard Santa in that. It's a luscious-looking beard in that movie. Luna.
I'll take number 1 and say that's From Russia with Love.
Correct. That is indeed From Russia with Love. Jason.
I'm going to try number 24, and just based on the hint, I'm going to say Spookies.
That is indeed Spookies. No one's claiming that one's a Christmas movie.
Yes.
And let me remove it. Scott.
Number 6 is Eraserhead.
Number 6 is indeed Eraserhead. Those are little Christmas erasers. I didn't want to say the name eraser, the word eraser, because it's like the most obvious thing in the world. It's like last year, one of the funniest ones last year, and it was funny too because Edwin has been on these last two last year, and Edwin is not good with like abstract thinking. And there was one picture of a guy with really long legs. And you can imagine what movie from last year that was probably hinting at. And I remember this is why I've been asking you guys to describe them, because I remember like I had been describing them and we got to that one. I was like, oh, it's a guy with and then everyone but Edwin started laughing because they all got it. It is we are on Bri, right?
Yeah, I'm going to try number 10 is 28 years later.
Number 10, 28 years later. That is incorrect. Luna?
I'm gonna say 13 is Fantastic Four First Steps.
Incorrect.
13. Okay.
Jason?
Number 10, Megalopolis.
Incorrect. Scott, let's see what you got.
Number 10, Juror number 2.
That is indeed Juror number 2. That's one of my favorite clues. Minor James is because there's 2 James in the Disciples, and if you look at the Last Supper, Minor James is the second one. So one of my more literate clues. Now, does anyone, before I just reveal what these last ones are, does anybody have I'm not going to increase points anymore, but does everyone raise their hand if they have guesses for either of these last two?
Do I get the clues again?
13 is the story of how the star on top got there. 22 is this one is also an Easter film, actually.
I'm holding my hand up.
Anybody else?
For number
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
13, A Complete Unknown?
That is not. Any other guesses before I reveal what these last... This was much more success. Last 2 years, by the end, there was like half of them hadn't been answered. So this is really... I did a way better job this year. I'm really happy with myself, frankly. If everyone is cool... Number 13, that picture of the Christmas tree made of skulls, the story of how the star on top got there. That is 28 years later. And the Santa by the pool, this one is an Easter film, actually, is Bring Her Back. the Easter film thing is like a resurrection, essentially, like sort of play. That's why it was also Mickey 17 was the other one that had the Easter joke. Even though, again, I do kind of agree that Die My Love you could also argue because, well, actually, no, you can't. No, because somebody giving birth is Christmas. Never mind. Sorry. Christmas is giving birth. Easter is when you die and get resurrected. But Bri and Luna, y'all tied with 9 points each. Because of that split on that one, the upset that I gave y'all, I just split in between. So that's a bronze for both y'all. Jason with 16 points in second, and Scott, you got 31 points. Nice. So you did good. But that was my most successful of those yet. So I'm actually really like I said, really happy that because
better.
Like I said, I think last year it took like twice as long and only like half of them got answered. It's just like a fucking nightmare. But yeah, Scott, you got your bit?
Yep.
All right, let's go to Scott for.
All right, welcome to Scott's Comic Corner, brought to you by Eric Clapton and the Ancient Art of Karate. What can it do for you? So over in DC, it is Fight Month, and the first one to come out was Superman versus Captain Atom, which is unfortunately the only one I've gotten to read so far. That was earlier this month. Really good. It was just a really good. The entire issue is just their fight. The way the fights work, best of three. You have to fight to the death, although you get resurrected after those first two. But it was also good, just really well done, character-driven stuff, where Captain Atom was fighting to win, and Superman really didn't want to fight to win. Mm-hmm. But when it was like, okay, this is what we're going to have to do, we have to fight to win, Superman wins quite decisively. Mm-hmm. Which is also, I don't mind spoiling that one because, one, DC spoiled it already, and also this is a tie-in to the DC KO event, and that one seems to be a Superman story. Mm-hmm. So the ones that came out last week, last week was Aquaman versus Hawkman and Wonder Woman versus Lobo. Now this week's we've got Cyborg versus Swamp Thing and Harley Quinn versus Zatanna. So, yeah, they've been fun. Some of them have been like the Cyborg versus Swamp Thing. That's an issue of Titans 30, where this one is just a standalone issue you'd have to get yourself. So, it's going to be fun reading these. I'm really looking forward to them. I've enjoyed the DC KO event so far. I like what they're doing, and it seems like it's going to get bigger and weirder. It's going to go through March, so I'm all in.
Hell yeah. Well, does anybody have anything else? I'll get motherfucking Indigenous side, Palestine, Sudan, everywhere else. I just watched in its entirety the Noah Hawley show Legion, which I hadn't caught up with. The Marvel show about, which is a great show.
It is. And
I don't know who your favorite character or characters are in the show, but mine is the Carries. There, and if the Carries show up, the Carries are, it's an older white guy and a younger Indigenous woman. It's actually Amber Midthunder from Predator. And they're like a combined mutant where she goes into him. So she's younger because she spends a lot of her time inside of him, and so she doesn't do a lot of functions like eating and sleeping and things like that. And she's kind of the she's sort of the wolf. It's funny too, it's a great show because it's like a really weird X-Men show. There's a lot of you can kind of make comparisons. She's kind of the Wolverine of the group, not so much in her specific stories, but in the sense that she's the one who's always just like, let's fucking fight, I just want to beat the fuck out of people. And he's more like the beast of the group, which is that he's like the tinkerer and stuff. It's a really good show and has there's a lot of other interesting there's a character who I think is clearly like kind of a rogue riff in certain ways because of their inability to touch people, and it's a really good weird show. One of the weirdest, so many times we would start an episode and then like we'd be like a minute in and we'd be like, I'd have to like double check, are we on the right episode? Like what the fuck is happening? Like why like who are these people and what does this have to do with anything? and,
if you like Alien Earth, definitely you should watch Legion.
But anybody got anything else?
This past weekend, I ended up watching Dust Bunny with a bunch of my friends.
How's that?
It's basically like if John Wick was in a series of unfortunate events and there was just like a giant monster that was also just like a friend to the Baudelaire children, but there's only like one child. It was very fun. There was a lot of really good dialogue. Sigourney Weaver is fantastic. Mads Mikkelsen is fantastic. The kid is the whole movie is very well written. There's some dialogue parts that don't quite grab my attention, but it's really funny. The casting is stacked, and I would highly recommend people watch it for sure, especially if you're a fan of Mads Mikkelsen.
I am. I'm mad about Mads. But
and Brad Fuller,
and Sigourney Weaver, since we mentioned Alien.
Yeah,
definitely. Well, we will be back next episode. We're gonna do another. It will be our 69th episode. Nice, and we're gonna be talking about the sexiest movies of the year. Of course, Marty Supreme and Wicked. I guess I don't know. We're talking about more movies from the previous year. Those movies weren't explicitly anti-sexy, so it kind of was like wasn't as funny of a joke as it could have been if the movies had been like clearly not sexy. Because I almost said Wake Up Dead Man also, because we're probably gonna talk about that one, and that movie is kind of sexy because Josh O'Connor's pretty hot in it.
There is no Knives Out movie that is not sexy.
It's true. James Bond Club will continue in mid to late January with Goldfinger, Thunderball, and the pilot from The Man from U.N.C.L.E. I want to thank Bri here for our closing song. Follow us at CinemaCurse666 on TikTok and Instagram. Smash that like button, like and subscribe. Share with your friends. Share this episode with your local mass shooter.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christy-mas to all, and to all a Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.